Ready to skyrocket your clothing business? With my expertise and having sold millions of dollars worth of apparel, I'm going to share with you 7 insider secrets that are going to have you fast track your results and find your success far quicker than you ever thought possible. Let's go. So what we've got here are the 10 most popular that Meta thinks are worth taking a look at. We've got gaming, pet owners, travel and adventure, food and beverage, fitness and wellness, nerdy and geeky, home decor, sports and hobbies, music and arts, humor and memes. So a few of these I think could work well together. So humor would be great to just interject or inject into any of the niches like gaming, pet owners, food and beverage, anything. Humor is really, really good, even nerdy and geeky. But with sports in general, there's a lot of college sports and school sports that lend themselves well to be able to get really good designs and inspiration from parallel niches, thinking softball and volleyball. So go through when you're doing it, if you've got a volleyball store and that's what you're wanting to create products for, go into softball, go into baseball, basketball, see what has been selling in there and bring that inspiration into your own designs. So coming into a tool like Sorting Social, this is a paid app that I use and it sorts the different pins on Pinterest by the number of saves or engagement. But here, Home Plate Social Club, you're looking for different ideas that you can bring across into the volleyball niche. My kids have practiced a game or something, so they've clearly tagged that as softball, but that's easily related to volleyball as well. I just want to eat hot dogs, tell the umpire he's blind. Again, lends itself well. I don't always play softball. Oh wait, yes I do. Put a volleyball in the middle there. And the thing is, you've got to be careful with trademark infringement, but oftentimes a lot of these phrases have been done to death. So you can take them into another niche and have a lot of success. So that one could be for volleyball. My girl might not always smash, but I do, so watch your mouth. So, smashing a volley or something like that. But all you're doing is coming in here, when you get inspired by something, you see a lot of engagement on it, take that. For some reason, these ones aren't showing a lot, but that's by the by. We're just using this as an example to show you how to get that inspiration. If you come over into Amazon, you've got a little bit more insight into what's going on as well. This is where products are actively being sold, and you can see what has been selling quite well by the number of reviews on it. I just hope both teams have fun, pitches be crazy. I'm the crazy catcher they warned you about. I'm not sure of the different positions in volleyball. Volleyball mum, good mums say bad words. Just a girl who loves ramen and softball. So you can see how they're blending niches together there. Summer days and double plays. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. So literally all I do when I'm getting inspiration is going in here and seeing if there's something that I go, actually that works really well. It could be that you're in the trucker niche and you're looking for biker shirts, or it could be muscle car shirts and you're wanting to use those as inspiration to create new designs. You're just looking for that spark of creativity that gives you that added element that you need for a design that you're working on. It may not strike when you're looking at these products, but the thing is, the more you do it, the more you're going to see what has been selling, what is selling, and you're going to have more of an archive in your own brain to actually add bits and pieces to these products as well. So just through your own research, say for volleyball, you're going to pick up terms like here with softball, you got steal. Stealing bases is a thing that they do in softball. But that term steal can be used in all sorts of different phrases. So I had this one shirt once that absolutely dominated, and it was a bowling shirt. And I've always used innuendo in my designs. I've always felt it's more fun to create products like that. And this bowling shirt said, my mind's in the gutter, but my balls aren't. Which when you think about it, it doesn't even really make sense when you play it back. But gutter balls, the gutter is where you don't want your ball to go. Mind in the gutter, that's your dirty mind. So it really worked well. But that's only because I've been playing around in that niche and knew a little bit about that to be able to create these designs. So you're literally just coming in here to see what can lend itself quite well to the niche that you're operating in. Another tool I love using is called Spy Pro. So in here, what I can do is I can search for Facebook posts, and I've restricted the date from July 1st, 2022 to July 1st, 2024. Searching for the softball keyword and then going search. So that's bringing up a ton of different things. So softball dad, I think this is actually quite funny. Softball dad, like a baseball dad, but with bigger balls. That would work perfectly well for volleyball as well. This one's a little bit more personalized, a little bit more difficult to get set up. But if you've got Customly or an app like that, you can certainly do some amazing things with it. Behind every softball player who believes in herself is a softball mum who believed in her first. So you can see here the trend that's going on too. The thing with Customly and doing designs like this, unless you're stuck in that particular niche and have created these designs, this would take a long time to be able to, get all the different hair colors, the different body shapes, different locations. I've always come at it and focused on finding those winning phrases first. So it could be that they did have a winning phrase, and that was behind every softball player who believes in herself is a softball mum who believed in her first. That could have been a winning phrase before they really got stuck into that actual customization, because that time taken there can be better spent focusing on finding your winning products first. If you spend all that time to create this huge personalization for these products, it may not ever sell. So you want to make sure that you are finding your product that sells first before you get into that sort of stuff. Happiness is watching my granddaughter play softball. Again, great one. Granddaughter play volleyball. So you can see here, this one is just throwing up more ideas for us to be able to find phrases that work for the niche that we're looking for. Next up, what you want to be doing is keeping your design super simple. And the reason for this, if you are marketing on Facebook, we need people to actually focus on what sells the product, and that is the words. So high contrast, simple colors, so not too many, simple graphics, so it's not overwhelming. People know what it's about. So straight away, you can see here that the cattle, you can see it's Baby Yoda. That is going to be infringing on trademark, so stay away from it. So what I've done here is I've searched for funny, and it's sorted by the level of engagement on these Facebook posts. So with this level of engagement, chances are, because it is a product, there's been paid marketing put behind that. So it's a really good example of design that sells well. And funny is a really good niche. So if you can hit that sarcasm, you can do amazing damage here. But you can see, very, very little use of color. So that's black on white, white on black. It might be one or two different font styles. It could be the same font, just in bold. But it's a great example of how simple designs sell well. If you were to niche these down, say it was into the bikers, you just put a simple, basic bike silhouette or a piston or skull on there, or something to subconsciously trigger a biker to stop and actually read that phrase. So this is very, very important. Simple sells. Always has done from way back when I started. So these are only a year old. They're still selling well. It just proves it. Simple sells. Don't overcomplicate your design. I see so many people trying to get started, making it as complex and as pretty, that makes them feel good. But that's not what we want to do. We're not doing it to make ourselves feel good. We are doing it to sell. And the way we do that is to make those designs stand out, get read, and get purchased. The next thing you want to do is make sure that you're not offering every color under the sun in terms of what can be purchased. So when I'm focused on selling shirts, I only sell the dark colors. So I might have the black, navy, and a charcoal in there. The reason for that, I don't want people wondering what color they want to focus on. I want them to just purchase it. The one they saw in the newsfeed is 9 times out of 10 the color they end up purchasing anyway. So keep it simple. It's a common thread throughout this. So going back to what I was touching on before, you want to keep it all simple. So instead of creating this massive personalization within your different products, you don't want to be putting all the upsells, the pop-ups, the email flows. You don't want to be overdoing the branding. All that stuff is secondary to what actually makes money. And the thing is, you want proof that the niche that you're in is actually going to generate profits for you before you put all that time and effort into the back end of that business. You will save yourself so much time and so much heartache if you just focus on done is better than perfect. Make it professional, yes, but don't worry about all the email flows and whatnot until you have products that are actually selling. That's when your retargeting can come in. That's when your abandoned cart emails, all the remarketing that you can do across the landscape, and the personalization as well. Focus on the dollars. Now, to qualify whether or not your products should be invested in with paid marketing, you can use a technique that I call the bottle rocket testing technique. So what you do is you come into your Facebook ads and we're going to create an engagement campaign. And all this does is helps you to minimize the amount of money that you're putting into your paid marketing, particularly before you're confident with the products you're selling. So I'm just going to name this PBR for Bottle Rocket, engagement test. And then we're going to come through, go to the ad set. We want to get people engaging on that ad, post engagement. We're going to set this at $2.50 and we're going to set that for the next day, 12 a.m. And what we're looking for, after running this ad for 24 hours, we want to see that it actually got engagements for less than 5 cents. It's not a foolproof method. It doesn't mean that anything that passes that is guaranteed to make sales. It just means that there are people out there that connect with the message that you've put on that shirt, and it gives you a better chance of putting your marketing dollars behind something that has a better chance of making sales for you. So $2.50 on the budget there, set an end date. So we're just going to put that as July 31st, same time. Come through, you want to change your location to wherever it is you're selling. So for this, I'm doing the States. Advantage plus audience, we're going to leave that. Then come over into new engagement and then go through and set up your ad just as you typically would. So select your page. We want to create a new ad. Add your media. So upload your image on a scale of 1 to 10. How true is this? Now, that's not a very good example of a good ad mock-up because you can't really see what's written on a shirt. Come through, get yours here. Put some emojis in there as well. Put your Shop Now button on there with the link to the product. Put your URL in there as well. Make sure you select your website events so it actually tracks. And then after 24 hours, have a look at what the data says and whether or not you should go on to the phase 2, which is running your paid marketing to it. And this is by far the most important when you are creating your designs for a niche. You want to make sure that you put in the niche cues, which are those design elements that pull out your niche. So like in this example for bikers, it's the motorbike, but also the words. You want to make sure the words you're putting on there, both the punchline and the niche are called out in bigger, bolder fonts. So here we can see motorcycle and old man. So that's 2 niches within the one. On the motorcycles, helping that to stand out. My heart belongs to a biker. This shows you that the motorcycle and biker are both big and bold. This is a very, very important step that I see a lot of people miss. The more you can do this when you are designing for your niches, the better success you're going to have. So you've got your bike here again. So the biker's prayer here, you can see straight away at the top, biker's prayer, the first word you see, very easy to understand. Biker again, big bold letters. There's going to be lots of instances just like this. You've got 18 wheels, which is a trucker one here. The truck is front and center, easy to read. Biker here, lots and lots of examples. But across all the different niches of all different shirts that have sold really well, this is a common theme. You need to keep it in mind when you are creating those designs. There it is, 7 secret tips for creating shirts that sell. Now, if you want to check out that bottle rocket testing technique for your Facebook ads again, watch this video next. Stay awesome.